verse as well. श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलम् अधः शाखम् अश्वत्थम् प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोर्ध्वम् प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणा प्रवृद्धा विषया प्रवाला अधश्च मूलानि अनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके नारूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरुद्धमूला असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा तथा पदं तत् परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूय तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी. So if everyone can read 4 verses. Next, anyone wants to go?
I can go, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranams. All glories to Prabhupada. निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्ति अम्मूढपदम् अव्ययं तत् न तद्भाष्यतो सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न विनिवर्तन्ते तद्धामा परमं मम ममैवांशा जीवलोके जीवभूता सनातना मनःशस्तानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति यच्चापि उत्क्रमातीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वयुर्गन्धान् इवासयात्. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Next.
I can read, Prabhuji. Shrotram chakshusasparsham cha rasanam grihanam eva cha adhishtaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate उत्क्रामान्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणावितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषा यतन्तो योगिनाश्चैनं पश्यन्ति आत्मनि अवस्थितं यतन्तो अपि अक्रात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति अचेतसा यद् आदित्यगतं तेजो जगत् भाष्यते अखिलं यच्चन्द्रमासि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विधिमामकम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Rekha Mataji, you want to read?
Prabhuji, I won't be able to read because I'm coughing.
Oh, okay. Anjalali Priya, Devi, you want to read?
Krishna. Gamavisya च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वा सोम भूत्वा रसात्मका अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रिता प्राणपानसमायुक्ता पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदेषु सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत् वेदवित् एव चाहम् द्वौ इमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षरोच्यते. Thank you.
उत्तमा पुरुषस्तवन्या परमात्मेति उदाहृता यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्ति अव्यय ईश्वर यस्माक्षरम् अतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च Partha Prathita Purushottama Yo Mamevam Sasammudo Janati Purushottamam Sa Sarvavid Bhajati Mam Sarvabhavena Bharata Iti Guhyatamam Shastram Nidam Muktam Maya Naga Etad Buddhva Buddhiman Syat Krita Krityascha Bharata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishadsu, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastre, Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, Purushottam Yogo Nama Pancha Dasha Adhyayaha. Hare Krishna. So we are reading the what are we reading? Chapter 15 we are reading. And we read chapter 15 verses. So we have also read or studied, you can say in more detail, the first 5 verses. If you recall, we studied those. And the acronym is HOME, H-O-M-E. The first 5 verses talk about home or hotel, that this material world is like a hotel. And just sharing something from Sadhu Sangha. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was giving class, and he said, I don't know how His Holiness Indradumna Swami Maharaj does this amazing, extraordinary festival every year under his leadership. A simple person like myself can't even figure out which elevator to take to get to the venue or the right room, because it was a complex, so many elevators, so many escalators, and it was complex. So, and I was talking to Poonam Mataji. There's sometimes like which prasadam line to take, which not to take, which. So she was telling that by the time you get familiar with where is what, where is water, where is bathroom, where is elevator, where is prasadam, where is the kirtan hall, it's time to check out. It's time to check out. 2, 3 days over. So similarly, by the time we feel, oh, now I have understood what is material world, it's time to check out. The checkout time will come very fast, no matter who we are. So by the time we get comfortable, the time to check out comes. So in short, we don't need to get too comfortable in this material world. Rather, there was also a class about get comfortable in the uncomfortable zone. That's where the growth happens. That's where the learning happens. So if we are too comfortable, then nothing, आराम और राम दोनों साथ साथ नहीं मिलते. आराम और राम दोनों साथ साथ नहीं मिलते. जिसको, and this famous doha which जो सोवत है सो खोवत है, जो जागत है सो पावत है. So जो सो गए अयोध्यावासी तो राम को मिस कर दिए, राम चले गए थे फिर. So again, the point is we need to endeavor to get out of this hotel. Prabhupada says we need to learn the process to extricate oneself. So we did that in the first 5 verses. The next 6 verses talk about on and on, over and over again. And we have been reading these few verses, putting some notes also from our learnings and reflections. Now we will read text number 6. Anyone would like to read the verse?
I would like to read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. न तद्भाषयते सूर्यो न शाशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा नानिवर्तन्ते तद्धामा परमं मम. Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Right.
That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So Krishna is talking about the spiritual world. It's a long purport, so maybe you can read 1 or 2 paragraphs each. Yes, Shital Mataji, you want to read? Yeah, everyone can read 1 paragraph, so everyone get a chance.
Okay, Prabhuji, can read. The spiritual world, the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, which is known as Krishna Lok, Golok Vrindavan, is described here. In the spiritual sky, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, fire, or electricity because all the planets are self luminous. We have only one planet in this universe, the Sun, which is self luminous, but all the planets in the spiritual sky are self luminous. The shining effulgence of all those planets, called Vaikunthas, constitutes the shining sky known as the Brahma Jyotir. Actually, the effulgence is emanating from the planet of Krishna, Golok Vrindavan. Part of that shining effulgence is covered by the Mahat Tattva, the material world. Other than this, the major portion of that shining sky is full of spiritual planets, which are called Vaikunthas, chief of which is Golok Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Anurag, you want to read?
As long as a living entity is in this dark material world, he is in conditioned life. But as soon as he reaches the spiritual sky by cutting through the false, perverted tree of this material world, he becomes liberated. Then there is no chance of his coming back here. In his conditional life, the living entity considers himself to be the lord of this material world, but in his liberated state, he enters into the spiritual kingdom and becomes an associate of the Supreme Lord. There, he enjoys eternal bliss, eternal life, and full knowledge.
Sure, Prabhu, thank you for joining. Would you like to read this paragraph?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. One should be captivated by this information. He should desire to transfer himself to that eternal world and extricate himself from this false reflection of reality. For one who is too much attached to this material world, it is very difficult to cut that attachment. But if he takes to Krishna consciousness, there is chance of gradually become detached. One has to associate himself with devotees, those who are in Krishna consciousness. One should search out a society dedicated to Krishna consciousness and learn how to discharge devotional service. In this way, he can cut off his attachment to the material world. One cannot become detached from the attraction of the material world simply by dressing himself in saffron cloth. He must become attached to the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, one should take it very seriously that devotional service, as described in the 12th chapter, is the only way to get out of this false representation of the real tree. In chapter 14, the contamination of all kind of process by material nature is described. Only devotional service is described as purely transcendental. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Rama Karuna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. The words Paramam Mama are very important here. Actually, every nook and corner is the property of the Supreme Lord, but the spiritual world is Paramam, full of six opulences. The Katha Upanishad 2.2.15 also confirms that in the spiritual world there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, or stars. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tharakam. For the whole spiritual sky is illuminated by the internal potency of the Supreme Lord. That supreme abode can be achieved only by surrender and by no other means. Hare Krishna.
Hari Om. Na tad bhasyate suryo, na shashanko na pavaka, yad gatva na nivartante, tad dham paramam mama. Let's see. Help me with the meanings. Na, the word na is coming how many times here? 4 times. Na tad bhasyate suryo. Everyone who knows the word surya, sun. Shashanko. What does shashanko mean?
Moon. Shashank is moon.
Nice. Na pavaka. Pavaka means
Fire.
fire. Yes. Hmm. So that place which is not illumined by the sun, nor by the moon, nor by the fire or electricity. That's these 2 lines. Yad gatva na nivartante. Yad means there, going. Where having attained once, or once one goes there, gatva na nivartante. Upar gaye, back here. No, only one-way trip. Material world, one goes to upper planets, one has to come back. One goes to Indraloka, come back. But once one crosses this material world, one goes up to spiritual world, no back here. Tad dham, that abode, dham means holy place, abode. Paramam mama, it is my spiritual abode. So let's see what we recall from this verse. So what do you recall from this verse, purport? Please share something struck you. Please unmute and share 1 or 2 things.
The abode is spiritual. He says Paramam Dhamma.
Okay.
It is
Paramam,
beyond. He uses the word
spiritual.
Paramam.
Spiritual supreme, param means supreme, topmost destination. Don't we want to get to the best thing? Right? Who wants to become last in the class? Who wants to get rotten fruits or vegetables? Who wants to get a job which is very rotten? Rotten means bad, bad culture, bad pay, bad boss. We want that. Who wants to live in a place which is very bad? We want to topmost. We want to go to the best place. So what is the best destination? What is the paramam? That is spiritual world. Material world is temporary and of course full of dukhalayam. What else?
Prabhuji, I could be wrong, but I can try.
Mhm.
So, one who knows the truth about the Supreme Lord, uh, and he follows um, the devotional service, and upon leaving this material body, will never return.
Mhm. Yes. One who takes for bhakti, process, one never returns. Very nice. What else? What else we learned in this purport?
This
It get illuminated its own. It doesn't need sun
Mm.
nor fire, electricity.
Yes, self-luminous.
Self-luminous, yeah.
All the spiritual planets are self-luminous, Vaikunthas. In material world, there's nothing self-luminous. We are dependent on electricity and so many sun. Sun is the only planet, I think it's mentioned here, the only planet which is considered. Yeah, we have only one planet in this universe, the sun, which is self-luminous. But all the planets in the sky, spiritual sky, are self-luminous. So basically, here we see in one line, Krishna is giving information about spiritual world so that the jivas like us can understand and develop desire to go there. Like people promote Hawaii, right? Oh, Switzerland, there is nice ice, Swiss Alps, nice lake, nice mountains, right? Don't they promote? Why? What is the purpose of promotion? So that we develop attraction and we give them our money or pay the price to get there. Is it not? A better destination, a better holiday. But Krishna is so kind that he is promoting in one way, you see. He's giving an advertisement. This is the real home, my child. This is your home. You belong to this world. Please come. Why are you struggling and suffering in this material world? So Prabhupada also mentioned that one has to look for devotee or society which is attached to Krishna. Find devotee. Did everyone catch that? Society attached to Krishna. One should search for a society dedicated to Krishna consciousness and learn how to discharge devotional service. One has to associate himself with devotees. So we need the Sangha in short. Find Sangha, satsang, devotee, society attached or dedicated to Krishna consciousness, and that is ISKCON. I'm not saying that's only ISKCON, but one of the many societies is ISKCON. Especially ISKCON, the purpose is to be Krishna conscious and share Krishna conscious. There are other societies also, but that's beyond the scope of our. But ISKCON distributes millions and millions of books, millions of plates of prasada, millions, and millions of devotees, initiated devotees, practicing sincerely, trying their best, getting up in the morning, Purushottam month, Ekadashi. If we would have not been connected to Krishna society of Krishna consciousness, we would not know all this, how to offer bhoga, how to chant, how to read scriptures, how to pronounce Sanskrit verses, why do we do, what we do, how we do. What else? Yes, Mataji, you were sharing something.
It is only through devotional service we can, through devotional process we can attain Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, basically we wrote here Bhakti process, which is devotional service, one
Yes,
attains
yes.
Krishna. What else in this purport we learned? One very important line came here. If one takes to Krishna consciousness, then there is gradual chance of becoming detached. So we need the higher taste to get away from the lower taste. So Prabhupada is saying one should be captivated. But we are so unfortunate, we are so reading this information, we may not feel so captivated. But if I tell you, come, let's go to Switzerland, there'll be nice 5-star hotel, there'll be nice mountains and snow-covered, valleys and nice lake, fresh water, can swim there. We'll go to different places, nature. You can, or some Tamaguna people may like casinos, Rajaguna may like casinos, Tamaguna may like bars. They'll feel captivated by that. Oh, I want to go there, right? Is it not? And especially we say, okay, you don't have to pay the huge price also. The regular trip is $5,000, you only pay 500. Come. everyone will figure out the way to come, right? But that's what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Nam namakari bahuda nij sarva shakti tatrapita niyamita smaranena kalam itadrishitam Durdeva idrisham iha januraga. Durdeva idrisham iha januraga. मेरे पे अनुराग नहीं है इतना दुर्दैव. Mahaprabhu saying in the mood of a devotee. Unfortunately, His holy name is all powerful, all merciful, all kind, but I do not have taste. The spiritual world is all glowing, all merciful, all pure, all topmost, all self-luminous, eternal Satchidananda. We read that also in this purport. But unfortunately, I get attracted to Switzerland. I get attracted to Hawaii. I get attracted to the things of this world. Prabhupada is saying one should be captivated by this information. No, 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 no. I don't feel captivated by this information. I feel captivated by other things of this world. So what is the means to get to the spiritual world? Which is topmost, full of six opulences, paramam, devotional service, purely transcendental. Devotional service, devotional service. If you notice, you see this word, seriously take devotional service. काम चलाओ, काम से काम नहीं होगा. Zola Sachanand Maharaj was saying, you have traveled hundreds and thousands of miles and you come here and just do some chit chat and leave in a loving way. He was like, he said, I'm smiling and I'm laughing, but I'm like giving up. I'm putting a knife also. So yes, one should consider that seriously too. Yes, chit chat, casual, catching up, conversation, all that is fine. But one should become serious also in this path. Seriousness doesn't mean that we stop laughing. Seriousness doesn't mean that we don't joke with friends, devotees. Seriousness means, what does seriousness mean to you? Okay, let's take some thoughts. What is meant by serious devotional service? There's a line here. Take it seriously. One should take it seriously. What does it mean to you?
Prabhuji, can I try?
Try.
It means that like with determination we should do a devotional service and try to apply in our life. Like we do the process, we do like ABCD. We do that with determination, and whatever we learn, we try to apply in our life.
Okay, determination, sincere desire to apply the teachings. Okay, what else? Anything else?
Be in the Krishna consciousness.
Being in Krishna consciousness, but tell me more, like what does the word seriously mean here?
Consistently, Prabhuji.
Consistently. Okay, not on and off. Very nice. Being in Krishna consciousness, consistency. Okay.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi, one-pointed intelligence.
One-pointed attention. Avyarthakalatvam. This was also mentioned. Not wasting time. How can we say one is serious in bhakti? Think about that way. What are the qualities that he or she would possess? Not wasting time, one-pointed attention, right? What are some other qualities one can, which eagerness, right? To read, hear, talk, discuss about Krishna. Is it not? If one is eager to talk about the new car, the new visa rules, the new this, take care, we have to do the business, but that we do anyways for a big portion of our time. But outside, Sachin Maharaj was again saying that, oh, I was hiding behind the pillars and watching what devotees are talking and hearing what devotees were talking. Devotees were not talking about Krishna. They were talking about many other things. Humorous way he was saying that. That is true. So how much we talk about Krishna and how much we talk about the things of this world.
Always think about Krishna and never forget Krishna.
Yes, that's a very high parameter, but true. Always thinking of Krishna, and that will, and again, how will we measure that? Again, through eagerness to read, hear, talk, chant, discuss about Krishna, engaging our mind and senses in Krishna's service. And what else?
Prabhuji, Guru Maharaj also says that what can be measured can be improved, so we can do the self-assessment or analyzing to see where we are standing in the bhakti.
So we do measure rounds, measured reading, hearing. And develop. So that person, so let's say if one has all these qualities or most of these qualities, can we say that person is serious?
Yes.
Yes. And by doing so, one will naturally develop all divine qualities, material qualities, and interests go away naturally. The desire to watch, things which are not good, waste time here and there, eat restaurant, food, go to clubs, casinos. They don't have interest there. It's not that they have to restrain, oh no, no, please don't ask me, otherwise I'll like fall tempted to go to casino. No, no. I don't want to go. I'm fine here. I don't want the new gadget. I don't want the new this, that. I'm fine. I'm grateful. So that's all divine qualities: gratitude, tolerance, equipoise, humility, submissiveness, inquisitiveness. All these qualities, sarvai gunai tatra samasate suraha. It's all part of. So if one does all these things, taking shelter of bona fide guru, that's very, very important. Without guru, bhakti cannot happen. Without a mentor. So all these things will certainly help in advancement of our devotional service. And then that person will certainly go back home, back to Godhead, to that planet where there is no return. One-way ticket. Any thoughts, comments, questions?
Prabhuji, I was going to ask, why is Krishna describing only this particular aspect of his supreme abode? There may be so many aspects to it. It's just the illumination that is what he's talking about. And I think in the purport I got sort of the answer where Prabhupada is saying that it should give rise to the desire. It should captivate your heart to go or to have the desire to go to the supreme world.
Yeah, and where we enjoy eternal life, eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So your question is, Krishna, you're telling him, you're telling, or you're asking why Krishna maybe is not telling about some of the other aspects of spiritual world.
Yes, like he chose this aspect to kind of highlight.
That's a very thoughtful question.
And I was trying to even make connection with the previous verse where he's talking about the surrendering process in 5
Mm.
for the person, and then he does say that such a person attends to my spiritual kingdom, and that kingdom of mine is self-illumined. That is, I was wondering how is the connection he's establishing.
Where is the self-illuminant here?
No, like he's saying that these are the qualities, the process of surrender, like the devotee should have this kind of qualities, and then they attend to that eternal kingdom, and then in the next one he's saying that eternal kingdom of mine is not illumined by sun, moon, or any fire, and it is the supreme abode where someone who goes does not come back. I was just trying to see how he's established the connection between 5 and 6.
Right. The connection to some extent is that this is where the person keeps moving. He's contrasting in this hotel. We keep moving from one branch to the other, one body to the other, based on the 3 modes. Therefore, one must seek that where one never returns. In text 3 and 4, Krishna mentions. And then, what is that? What is that place? Then he is describing. That place is in text 6, the spiritual abode of mind. And of course, spiritual world is unlimited. Qualities are unlimited. So why he picked these 2 or 3? That I don't know. I haven't come across, I haven't heard in any other class. Maybe there is a reason which I'm not aware of, but that's how he's building the connection. So in the previous, he said, text 3 or 4, one should search for that place where one never returns. And then, what is that place? Seems as if Arjuna is asking, Krishna is saying, that is my place, that is the place in the spiritual world. That, yeah, sorry, here. But yeah, thoughtful question, Mataji. Thank you. Anything else before we pause?
So, Prabhuji, I have just another similar question, if I may ask. Just a
Yeah.
thought. So, it is said that when we are associating with devotees and are established in hearing Krishna Kathas, we are situated on the Brahman platform. Is that correct understanding?
Say that again, please.
Like whenever we are established in Krishna consciousness, say we are in this material world and now we are trying to establish our consciousness with the higher self, with Krishna through our activities. So is that like, and it is said that this is Brahma Sthiti, like we are when we are doing this katha, when we are doing anything related to Krishna consciousness, we are already at the Brahman platform, situated in the Brahman platform. Is that correct understanding? And if it is so, then how should we understand that? Like I've heard it from other devotees, and like Brahmasthiti. In chapter 2 also, in one of the purports, Prabhupada writes that. And
You open that? Let's open it and see. I'm going to open that one document also, which might be helpful here. Which verses you're referring, Mataji? Let's open that.
Prabhuji, I'm trying to see, it is towards the end where it is Krishna is talking about the Sthita Pragya, equipoised.
Brahmabhuta Prasannatma, na sochati na
No,
is that?
that is chapter 2, Prabhu.
Oh, chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yeah.
Atma,
Where is it? Oh,
56 onwards, I think he talks about Atma Rama, the qualities of self-realized. We recently reading that. That's how it came.
the last verse, Prabhuji, 72. Like in
Okay.
the destination of Sthita Pragya. Yeah, so
Here, in the material world, there are activities of sense gratification, whereas in the spiritual world, there are activities of Krishna consciousness. Attainment of Krishna consciousness, even during this lifetime, life is immediate attainment of Brahma. Attainment of Krishna consciousness, even during this lifetime, is immediate attainment of Brahman. And one who is situated in Krishna consciousness has certainly already entered into the kingdom of God. Brahman is just the opposite of matter. Therefore, Brahmasthiti means not the platform of material activities. Devotional service of the Lord is accepted in the Bhagavad Gita as the liberated stage. Sa gunan samatityadan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Therefore, Brahmasthiti is liberation from material bondage. Srila Prabhu, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarizes the second chapter as being the contents. Okay. Let's understand this here, the three features of the Absolute. That will help to clarify. Oh no. You see this? Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, and Bhagavan realization.
yeah.
These are the three aspects. It's explained more clearly in Bhagavatam. And sometimes the word Brahman has multiple meanings actually. So you have to carefully understand how it is being used, where, and why. But generally, in one way, they're all the same, right? Brahmeti Bhagavaneti Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaneti Shabdeti. The absolute truth is one, but someone's realization or understanding could be incomplete. Let's understand. The impersonal feature of the effulgence of the Supreme, the Sat aspect, is referred to as the Brahman. One cannot establish relationship with the effulgence. For example, some people say God is light, God is supreme, God is inconceivable, God is supreme light. That's how they address Lord. And the example is given of the sun rays. But Paramatma realization is a localized aspect in every living being. The Sat and the Chit feature are also present. Sat means eternal, Chit is knowledge. People say, oh, he's omniscient, kan kan mein tu, jala thal mein tu, which is all correct, but still not personal. He's in every particle. Andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam. But what is that? Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. It's like the sun globe. So dhyana yogis, they do that. But the Bhagavan realization is the personal form of the Lord. Sat Chit Ananda is also present. One can build a relationship as a mother, as a father, as a friend, as a brother. Krishna, Rama, Govinda, Madhava, Keshav, Madhusudan, Ishwaranandan, Devakinandan. So many names are there. Unlimited names. For example, if I call you as living entity, oh living entity, please sit here. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's correct, but it's
But
very, very
it's
improper.
incomplete. It's incomplete.
Incomplete, improper.
Yeah.
You won't like it either.
Yeah.
If I say you, oh lady, please sit here. Is that correct? That's one layer better,
Hmm.
right? But still, it's not personal. There are millions of ladies, right? But if I tell you, oh, Mother Sheetal, Mataji, the
Hmm.
mother of Vedahi and Avni, wearing beautiful red dress, please sit here. How about that? So devotees understand that form, or Krishna, Pitambara, Murlidhara, Vamsidhara, Vamsivadana, so many beautiful names. That's the full and complete understanding. The Bhakti yogis, their destination is Vaikuntha, back home, back to Godhead. Don't return back. But Brahman refulgence, they may fall back down to the material world. So this is based on many, many verses in the Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. But this comes many, many times, so I tried to make a table out of this. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, this is nice, Prabhuji. That is what I was trying to understand. That Brahma Sthiti, when it is mentioned, I've heard like maybe I have misunderstood or understood, perceived it in that sense that once, like one who is situated in Krishna consciousness attends is at the Brahman level, so at the Brahman platform. So that is, I was trying to make sense of that statement, like. So when we are no longer like anything related to Krishna is transcendental, it is above the material gunas, the three gunas, and when we are established with that consciousness, um, that sthita prajna destination that is said in 72, that Brahma Sthiti, I was just trying to correlate with what I have heard from other devotees, Prabhuji. So I don't know if my understanding is proper here or not. Like
So here
we are,
Brahma Sthiti is referring to Krishna consciousness, like Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma.
yeah,
So sometimes, like if someone understands you fully as the mother of Avni Vedahi and your name, they also understand that you're a living entity.
right.
So they have much mature understandings. They're beyond, they're already, someone is purely Krishna conscious, they're already Brahman Sthita. They're already liberated. That's the point there.
Okay.
They're not on the material platform. So sometimes here we have to understand that here Brahman Sthiti basically means Krishna consciousness or devotional service. It's already liberated. One does not need to endeavor for liberation. Because many ज्ञानीज ध्यानीज their goal is liberation. मुक्ति हो, संसार से मुक्ति हो, क्लेश बहुत है, टेंशन बहुत है, मुक्त हो जाओ. But मुक्त होके कहाँ? But devotees aspire for vimukti, विशेष मुक्ति. विशेष mukti is bhakti. And that is back home, back to Godhead. Okay,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
thank you. I guess we'll pause here and continue tomorrow. भगवद गीता उपनिषद की जय, पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय, पुरुषोत्तम
Yeah.
योग अध्याय की जय, श्री भगवान पुरुषोत्तम की जय.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Nishla Prabhupada, Hari Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.